Hello everyone and welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday. Today I'll be showing you how I do my triple cup pour. It's supposed to be a feather when it comes out and that didn't quite happen. This is my very first attempt. Don't shoot me. So when gluing the cups here, I had done like a trial and error thing to see how the cups sit in the thing. I was trying to get it so all the lips sit at the same height. I did burn myself pretty good on the first attempt, because this is the second attempt that I decided to show you after peeling everything apart. I know there was already a text box at the beginning, but I'd love to give a special thank you to Corey Miller, my first patron ever. He got rid of that goose egg for me, and I hope to many more. Thank you so much, Corey. Here's to many more patrons. So my trial and error determined that if I stick a bottle cap to the bottom of one of my clear cups I have, I can stick it in, glue that to the bottom of a red solo cup and it'll be the same. And if I glue the red shot glass to the clear shot glass, that will be the same in the rest of the cups. And I thought that was pretty cool after like fuddling with it for half an hour. It worked. I wanted to make sure you guys could see each step prevalently in the cup and how it sat in the cup. I made sure to try to get it really centered, and that by far was probably the most difficult part. I had made mental note of what paint I wanted to start with, yet I still grabbed the red one. Go me! Once I was done gluing all the cups together and showing you what it looked like, I added the orange paint rather carefully on the outside cup because I didn't want to get any of the orange paint on the inside cup because that would kind of screw up my whole plan. Once I added all the orange paint that I thought I needed, which ended up being a lot more orange paint than I had originally expected. I added the red and black in the middle at the same time, and that was a lot easier than I expected considering I'm Shaky McGee over here. I managed to get like a steady stream of both going, so they came out rather nicely. And then for the center cup, I added yellow because, well, it just made sense to add yellow in the middle as a bright accent. And then I added more paint on the outside cup to try to even all the paints out. I couldn't really see how much paint I was adding on that outside cup, so it was very much guesstimation at that point. But the red and black cup, I could really see what I was doing. Sorry about the word fumble. Once I was done adding all those paints to that cup, I moved it off the canvas so I could start working on the negative space part. I decided just to mix the red, the yellow, and the orange all into the white paint that I had because I didn't have that much white paint. So I was like, well, I'll create more negative space by mixing all the paints I've used, except the black because that'd be harsh. So I poured it on there. I tilted it around, which was kind of boring, so I cut that out for you guys. I almost wanted to leave it like that because that looked awesome. I was like, oh. So when I put it up on the corner of the box, it was so I could get a nice angle, so when I go and pour with the triple cup, I could get a nice steady stream going on a nice angle across the canvas. Potentially. It didn't quite go across the canvas, you'll see. I noticed that I was holding it way too close to get the feather effect I wanted, so I had to lift it higher and higher until I saw what I wanted and was like, okay, That's good. The idea was to pour the paint really slowly, but also at the same time have a decent steady stream. And as I was running out of paint, I figured I should probably get closer to the canvas so I still maintain the same effect. I did have a lot of paint in that cup, so I'm not really upset about losing a bunch at the end. I had a nice little feather effect going on there, but I did have to stretch it out because I had so much paint on the canvas. Otherwise it would cause some like serious cracking and crevicing, and some weird stuff happens when you have way too much paint on your canvas, I find. I kept forgetting about you guys, so I was like, crap, put down the canvas, turn it around so they can see what you're doing. It was that bad. And then I dropped the canvas, which kind of gave it a cool effect at the bottom, so that wasn't that hurtful in the long run. I was just like, okay, whatever, I can live with that. Just kept going. Put it down, turn it around, here we go again. And then I noticed, holy crap, there's a little lizard dude in the top right corner. How cool! I didn't even mean to make him, he just kind of showed up on his own, and I was just like, fine, you can chill on my painting. I'm okay with that. Lizards are awesome! Once I had actually finished tilting all the paint necessary off the canvas and around to get the final picture I wanted, I touched up the corners so they would stop soaking up so much paint. Canvas really soaks up the paint, and especially in the corners for some reason. I'm being kicked by a cat. Thank you so much for that, Roman. Once I was done touching up my corners with all the paint, I brought out the torch. The torch brings the silicone to the surface by heating it, and also pops any air bubbles that may be trapped in the paint. Jeez. Also, the dimples that are caused by the torch don't stay once it's dried. You can see the silicone on the surface of the paint when it's dried, but that's just easy to clean up with like soap and water. Just rub very, very gently. First off, here's a better view at Mr. Lizard, as I like to call him. I am so proud of this lizard, you have no idea. He was a complete accident, and he just makes me smile because it's something that doesn't really happen all the time. Overall, I am really happy with this painting and how it turned out, even though it really didn't turn out as feathery as I kind of wanted it to, but whatever. Let me know what you think of Mr. Lizard in the comments section below. Also, let me know if you have a specific tutorial or specific type of tutorial that you want me to show you. Also, share with your friends. Like this video if you liked Mr. Lizard, if you liked how this turned out, if you have hands at this point, just like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.